I'm not quite positive exactly what I was doing over at Dr. Dunning, the family physician, the family doctor. I'm not quite sure what he was doing there at that time, but I think it was, I had a bad case of the flu, and so I went over to see him, and he gave me some things to help with the flu, but in examining me, he said, you know, Arnold, your tonsils are quite inflamed, and he said they need to come out. And I said, okay, then we better take them out. And he said, fine, can I set a date? And I said, yeah, set a date. So he set a date, and he said, and I said, so, you know, you can take them out in an afternoon. He said, well, we'll take them out in, it'll take less than an afternoon, but he said, you won't be any good for a couple of days. I said, okay. Anyway, the day was set, and he came with another doctor. He came with the doctor, actually, that delivered me, Dr. Hill. He gave me the anesthetic, and Dr. Dunning, who was a fine man, but a good doctor, he took the tonsils out, and they performed the operation on the living room table. Now, the living room table doesn't look like that. My father was a carpenter. He was a very good carpenter. And he made a huge table out of oak planks, 2-inch oak planks. So that table had oak planks all joined together, and it was quite a sturdy table. So it was quite able to support somebody laying on it and have an operation. And that's where they did the operation. And then for the next couple of days, of course, I didn't get any ice cream, but I was kind of sore. When the operation was all over and done with, they charged me $25 for that operation. And $15 went to pay Dr. Dunning for doing the operation, and $10 went to Dr. Hill for giving me the anesthetic. I support the hospitals because I believe that the taxation doesn't do the whole job, and I believe that that things are going to get a little worse with the aging population, especially. The last 10 years of your life are the time when you'll have the most need to go to a hospital, and we now here have an overburden of elderly. It's just unbelievable, and if you don't believe me, take a look around at all the elder care centers that are springing up like mushrooms all over Kingston. And Kingston is becoming known now as the senior citizen of Ontario. Well, this is quite an expense to the corporation of the city of Kingston, and for especially the health system and the hospitals. And I think that the more people that you can educate, or at least give them some idea of the needs of the hospital, then they might be more inclined to support the hospitals. And that's why my wife and I have supported the hospital now for several years, and I'll continue to do that as long as I live.